Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Colt 45 Double Malt liquor. That's right, Colt 45 Double Malt liquor. Introduced at some point in history. It's brewed around the country, mostly at the Miller Brewing facilities. I bought this at a liquor store on Woodward Avenue in Detroit, Michigan last month. I bought a whole bunch of malt liquors. I'm walking down the street with all this bag of malt liquors and other beers, and I had to go put them in my trunk. And then I was walking back to go downtown before the game because I was there hours before the game. And then I saw this other liquor store, and I said, okay, after the game I'm coming to this place and pick up some more stuff, which I did, and that was on Grand River Parkway. So it was a very productive visit, let me assure you. 40-ounce bottle, clear glass. Well, you know, clear glass can be a problem. It says Heilemann Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah. Colt 45 was started by National Brewing in 1963. Later on it was acquired by Heilemann. I believe it was in 1979. And then Heilemann was acquired by Stroh's Brewing in 1996. And then 3 years later, in 1999, Pabst acquired Stroh's. Now this is one of the hidden brands of the Colt 45 line. And I say that because if you get on the Pabst Brewing Company website or the Colt 45 website, there's no reference to the double malt. They talk about the high gravity and the regular Colt 45. And I know Colt 45 is typically 6% alcohol, but there is a 7.5% alcohol version. I know if you go to the Philippines, it's extremely popular there, and it's the 7.5. Clear bottle is a problem because you might get skunk. You can even see it's starting to get that kind of strange stratified thing that you'll get with clear bottle beers, which to me is an indication that it's getting slimy. It's clinging like that spider web clinging. I don't know. I had this in the freezer for about 45 minutes. Get a thick white head, a clear straw appearance. Now, this is the Colt 45 Double Malt liquor bottle version review. I've done the canned version, okay? The only time I've ever seen the canned version of Colt 45 Double Malt liquor is in St. Louis, Missouri, okay? And I always bought it at the same store. It's a Circle K Shell gas station, Circle K on Broadway Avenue, within sight of the, you can look north and see the Busch Stadium, baseball stadium, and you look south and you can see the brewery. So it's right there. And we were there last year, and a friend of mine, he said, I'm buying some of that too. So he bought a can, and it was the second time I bought a can, and he really liked it. Of course, we're all familiar with the original Colt 45. This is a bottle you'll probably never see. This is when they had the old short neck bottles from the mid-90s. Clear bottle. And the typical can you see everywhere, or many places. Don't sell this in Louisiana, the old can and the new can. Bought these in Florida. You see it in places in Florida, a few places. Bought this in La Crosse, Wisconsin back in 1996. Colt 45 Premium Beer. This is a regular American-style lager beer that Heilemann was selling. But with Pabst, you never know. This thing could still exist. And it might be produced, they might produce a barrel a year. So if you see the Colt 45 beer and it's cold filtered, now in this can it was cold filtered, it wasn't pasteurized, so it was a draft beer that was put in a can. I guess maybe they were trying to compete with Miller Genuine Draft, because when that came out, everybody and their grandma was coming out with a cold filtered beer, but almost none of those still exist except for the original, the Miller High Life Genuine Draft. Okay, on to Colt 45 bottle version. My first ever time having Colt 45 Double Malt liquor bottle. Nice lacing. Let's see if it's skunked. It ain't. It ain't skunked. It's not skunked. It's sweet, malty. It smells like American style lager beer, really. I've never been able to pick up any difference between the double malt liquor and the Colt 45 malt liquor. They taste the same to me. I don't even know if they are different. Maybe it's the same beer in two different in two different containers. I suspect it's not the same, but I don't really know. The flavor. I mean, this tastes like Colt 45 malt liquor. It's sweet. It's grainy. It's mild. It's mellow. It's got a tiny little bit of hop bitterness, but not much. I just don't know. It's a mystery to me. This bottle is a little outdated. It says August 4th. And this is past that, but I couldn't. I should have drank it earlier, but I was trying to go through all those brands that I bought up there in Wisconsin, in Michigan, Detroit. But it doesn't taste old or anything. I did earlier today at 8 o'clock this morning. It's after 9 now. It's almost 10 a.m. I did this nut brown ale from Mount Carmel Brewing Company. It was good. Good. It was good. I gave it a B. But I think this is more enjoyable, and I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't have any strange bitterness. Like that one had a bitterness that tastes like pecan shell, and if you ever bit into a pecan shell, it's not the greatest taste. This doesn't have any off flavors. Now you might say, yeah, but that's not the most high quality beer that you can purchase. That's true. I wouldn't argue that point. It's not the most high quality beer, but it's certainly not the worst quality. And like they say, their tagline, it works every time. It really does work every time. Colt 45 does work every time, whether it's the regular one, 6% like we get, or the 7.5 that you get in other areas. The high gravity 8.5 and the double malt, which from what I understand is the same ABV. Well, I couldn't really confirm that because they don't say it here. There's nothing, there's no information, so it's such a mystery beer, like so many Pabst brands. You get on the Pabst website, they have the portfolio, and that might not even, that really truly might not be half the beers they make. I don't even know if they know. I always say this as a joke, but it could be really true. I don't even know if they know what beers they make. When I say it works every time, I mean it's an enjoyable beer drinking experience. Okay, I don't think it has to be taken as some kind of like irresponsible or sinister type interpretation. That way, it works as a good mellow beer. I wouldn't bring a 40-ounce. I wouldn't bring 5 or 6 40-ounce bottles of Colt 45 double malt liquor to a dinner party. They might take it the wrong way, but to eat it with a ham sandwich and Swiss cheese and mayonnaise, mustard, and some potato chips, I think it's fine with that. Or watching a game, whatever. Or just sitting on the stoop, drinking some, talking to friends. I would keep it really ice cold though. A beer like this, it needs to be ice cold. That's what it's designed to be. I enjoy it. I'm glad I got to try the bottle version. Does it taste any different than the can version? Not that I can tell. But I do like to try the different ones because sometimes, not often, but sometimes there is a difference. So anyway, thank you for watching this video production. How would I rate it? I would say it's very good. I mean, it's a B+. And if it was fresher, I might even go into the A range because it probably does lose something over time. I'm sure it does, but double malt liquor. Thank you for watching this video production, and y'all come on down to Louisiana. Y'all, thanks for watching. Y'all.